Well, happy Monday evening to all of my friends out in my Facebook community. Welcome to Pastor Michelle's Bedtime Stories. And tonight's story is called Home is Where the Heart Is. And it makes me think of an episode of Lois and Clark that's titled Home is Where the Hurt Is. It's a great episode. But tonight's story has nothing to do with Superman. It has to do with Fox and the Hound. And so I see my hound sitting at my feet eating her bone. So without further ado, let's get into it. So tonight's bedtime story is called Home is Where the Heart Is. Todd, an orphaned baby fox, was still getting used to his new surroundings in Widow Tweed's house. Why? Todd was so young he was still getting used to being a fox. In the kitchen, Todd's attention was caught by the large box with a door that Widow Tweed kept opening and closing. Each time she opened the door, Todd caught a glimpse of the box's brightly lit interior and got a whiff of all kinds of delicious treats inside. But when Todd hopped inside the box, unseen by Widow Tweed as she was closing the door, he got a surprise. It was cold inside. And as soon as the door closed, Todd found himself sitting in complete darkness. Luckily, Widow Tweed heard Todd's whimpers and opened the refrigerator door. "Why, Todd, how did you get in there?" she said. Todd hopped out and darted away. Outside, Todd could see his friends, Big Mama the owl and Dinky the sparrow, chatting on a tree branch. Todd leaned forward to hop outside and join them, but his nose hit something smooth, hard, and solid. But it was clear. He could see right through it. Widow Tweed chuckled as she watched from the living room doorway. "Discovered glass, have you, Todd?" she asked with a kind smile. Whatever glass was, Todd supposed he'd have to stay indoors. He hopped onto a table and studied a small square object with some knobs on it. He batted one of the knobs. The knob turned all the way around and a loud noise blared out of the object. Startled, Todd bolted under the sofa. Widow Tweed rushed over and turned the knob. The noise stopped. Then she coaxed Todd out from under the sofa. There, Todd," she cooed, cradling him in her arms and petting his head. "That's just the radio. You're having a hard time getting used to everything in this strange new place, aren't you? Here, let's have a snack." It had been a rough morning for the baby fox, but there in Widow Tweed's arms, Todd felt a comforting, familiar feeling at last. It was a feeling of being warm and being cared for. And at that moment, Todd's new home didn't feel so strange at all. And so, my friends, I love the title of this book, this short story that I just read, Home is Where the Heart Is. And indeed, I believe that's true. So wherever you call home, may you find joy and happiness there. And God bless you all. And I hope you had a good day today. And I encourage us all to continue to spread love wherever we go. And just remember that you are not alone. Just remember that we are going through this thing called life together. God bless you all. Have a good night.